Hi, kindergarten. Let's see what today is in our fun week. Good morning, K-Stars. Today is Tuesday, June 9th, 2010. It's K-Rock Day. So today's fun field trip day is going to be all about rocks. And Mrs. Skiffington loves rocks. So you know she is full of good information, interesting facts, and also some fun stuff about rocks. I actually love rocks myself, and the kind of rocks that are my favorite are the kind that I find on the beach that have been tumbled by the waves, and I like finding ones that are round. I like to find ones that look like eggs for you guys to use in the classroom when we build nests. And I also like to find ones that have cool colors and patterns. So here's one I found that I thought was so cool because it's like half one color and half another color. And it's kind of squarish shaped. This one has some stripes on it. Some people say that if you find a rock with a ring around it, it's lucky. And sometimes if you put rocks that look like this in water, they change colors and they look almost like crystals. So I'm wondering if you guys like to collect rocks too. You don't have to collect rocks on a beach. You could collect rocks at the park. Rocks at the park are probably going to be a little bit more bumpy because they haven't been tumbled by the water against other rocks and sand and stuff. So I also have a little book to read to you. It's about a stone. A stone is kind of another word for a rock. And it's a new book that I just got. I think I might have to get one for Miss Skiffington too. Don't tell her, okay? It's called A Stone Sat Still. Okay, so I'm going to read that to you. But first, let's cross off our day on the calendar. You guys know we have less than a week left of school. I'm so sad. I'm going to miss you guys more than ever. I'm excited for summer, but I'm still sad to miss you. So let's read A Stone Sat Still by Brendan Wenzel. So I actually got this book because it reminded me of one of the things that we usually learn about in kindergarten, which is living things and what makes something alive versus something that's not alive. And when we think about a rock or a stone, is it alive? What do you guys think? You have to think, does it eat? Does it drink? Does it breathe? Does it grow? No. So a rock is not alive. So in this book, the stone is not alive, and it's obviously staying still. And lots of things happen all around it while it remains still. So I hope you guys like it. A stone sat still. A stone sat still with the water, grass, and dirt, and it was as it was, where it was in the world. See all the water, grass, and dirt? And the stone's up here. It's a big stone. And the stone was dark. So when the sun is behind it, the stone looks dark. And the stone was bright. So when the moon is shining its light on the stone, it looks bright. And the stone was loud. So do you see what the seagull is doing? Seagulls pick up clams and smash them on the rocks to get them open so they can eat the meat out. And the stone was quiet. See the snake sunning itself on the stone? And it sat where it sat with the water, grass, and dirt. And it was as it was, where it was in the world. And the stone was rough. So when your body, like this slug, is super slippery and smooth, the stone feels rough. And the stone was smooth. So to a porcupine, the stone felt smooth because he's so prickly. And the stone was green, red, purple, and blue. So in different seasons, the stone looks different colors. And the stone was a pebble. So to this big, big, big moose, the stone is really small, just like a pebble. And the stone was a hill. You can hardly see it there, but to this small little insect, the stone is huge. And the stone was a feel, feeling in the night. And the stone was a smell. So this looks like maybe a wolf or a coyote smelling all the animals that have been there before. And it sat where it sat with the water, grass, and dirt. And it was as it was, where it was in the world. And the stone was wild. And the stone was a home. And the stone was a kitchen. And the stone was a throne. And the stone was a marker. So something that you look for when you're trying to find your way or remember where something is. And a map. And a maze. A danger. A haven. A haven is another word for a safe place. A story. A stage. That is a cricket. Crickets rub their back legs together and make music. So if the cricket were up there, it might be like giving a performance like a stage. And the stone was a blink. And the stone was an age. And the stone was an island. And the stone was a wave. If you look closely, you can see that seal swimming away. See it out here? Kind of lost in the water now, isn't it? And the stone was a memory. See how the water's covered it? But you can see the shape of it here in the clouds. It seems like maybe this bird is remembering it, an owl. And the stone was always. It is over here. Have you ever known such a place? Where, with water, grass, and dirt, a stone sits still in the world? That's the end. So this book makes me think about lots of things. One of the things it makes me think about is when we do mindfulness in the classroom, when we do our mindful minute, and just thinking about just being there, just sitting still, like the stone sits still as all these things happen around it. Now a stone or a rock will last for a really long time. Eventually it will get worn down, right, over many, 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 many years, way past the time when we're alive. But it stays in the world for a really long time. And a lot of the times it stays still. So it's something you could think about when you're doing a mindful minute on your own, just trying to be like the stone and letting everything happen around you. So that's one of the things I think about, but I hope you like the book. And I'm really looking forward to Miss Skiffington's Rock Day. So I hope you guys have fun.